I was first introduced to Bob Proctor in probably January of 2020. And at that time, he's been around for ages, really. He died in February of 2023 at the age of 87 in his 88th year. And I bring this up because Bob Proctor is one of the founding fathers of personal growth and development. He wouldn't tell you that. He would tell you Earl Nightingale, Napoleon Hill, even Andrew Carnegie. But what I'm getting at is, when I was first introduced to Bob, it just really didn't do it for me. It was fine. I watched a couple of his videos. They were okay, but nothing really resonated. And it wasn't until 2021 that I decided to take a course of his that really the wheels of the bus started to really turn. And all of you can relate in some shape or form. Even if it's a food item, you're first introduced to it, you're like, geez, no, I don't like it that much. You spit it out, and then eventually it becomes an acquired taste. I know a lot of teens do that with alcohol, beer, wine, whatever have you. And then the taste becomes acquired over time. I share this with you because this is exactly what we need to do with our paradigms. Now, some of you out there may not know exactly what a paradigm is. A paradigm, by definition of Bob Proctor and modified by Paul Jancarella, yours truly, is really, it's a mental program, okay, or a belief system in our subconscious minds that has almost an exclusive control of our habitual behavior. Now, folks, you have to understand, most, if not all of our habitual most, if not all, of our behavior is habitual. What I'm doing with my hands right now, I'm not thinking about how to motion my hands. I'm Italian, at least half Italian, half Irish. But the point is, it's a program. And in order to get better results from a program, or different results from a program, we need to change that program. You see, we have to shift that paradigm in our minds that says, you're not good enough. You're just a sales guy. You're not an entrepreneur. You're just a humorous guy on the surface. You're not charismatic. You know, these are all things that we program into our mind. I'm not smart enough. I'm not rich enough. I'm not healthy enough. I'm not good looking enough. Those are self-inflicted things that are put into our minds, not so much by us. Some of them may be, but it's from those that raised us, whether it's our parents, our caregivers, our siblings, our environment. That kind of dictates what we can and cannot do. That's why poverty, those folks on poverty and welfare, those folks that are in poverty, that are on welfare, are fourth, fifth generation, because they're just a product of their environment. You follow me? The high-paid athlete that becomes a superstar that started from nothing was able to do so because of a paradigm shift. They never accepted where they were in society. They chose to live above that. Same with people that came from nothing financially that now make tens of millions of dollars. Or those that were in stifling relationships that were not healthy per se have become great spouses and great parents. Okay? So, folks, once you have a handle on this paradigm, if you will, the idea is then to shift it one thought at a time and getting the wheels of that bus to move maybe in a different direction. You follow me? So now it's not a matter of just losing 50 pounds in 13 months and then gaining it all back in 6. It's shifting this paradigm as opposed to what we want and don't want to take in. That's the key. It's not a matter of losing the weight. It's not the gastric surgery. It's the mentality that we have to instill. And that's all part of the situation that we're going through, because we're fighting against the magic potion, the magic pill, the magic shot, the magic therapy, whatever it may be. We need to shift that and change our thinking so we can change our feelings and then our belief. And that belief, that feeling and belief turns into an action, which then turns into a reaction, which provides a result to us, whether wanted or unwanted. And if it's unwanted result, we need to shift that, not by the behavior, but by our thinking. Please understand this. It's a simple process, but just not easy. Like anything in life, like any sport, any instrument, any language. Very simple, but not easy. Okay, and finally, folks, what I want you to understand is whatever it is that you want, whatever it is that you desire or you aspire to have, don't limit yourself. Put it in this imagination, work with it, and get emotional about it. Anything we get emotional about, we generally will receive, whether it's good or bad. Sometimes anger can come out in a good way if we put it to good use, as long as it's not resentful. You follow me? So put that emotion and really put passion to it and really think about what you want in life, because from there, the sky's the limit, folks. When we change our inside, the outside automatically changes for us. And it's a very simple concept to teach as well. But to actually put in practice, well, that's another story. But we have our strengths and focus on our strengths, because we live in a world right now that is absolutely phenomenal. Phenomenal. There's so much good happening. And if you don't believe me, you're watching the news. So turn your focus onto something else and make things that you want not only attainable, but better to have.